I just saw a clip from The View. I don't know if I dare play it. I don't know if Tracy thinks I should play it or not. The shrews, the harpies, the crows, the shrill women on The View, ganging up on Cheryl Hines, the actress who is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s wife. And now I just sit there and wonder, why in the world would Cheryl Hines subject herself to that kind of torment? You know they're going to try to rip her apart. And Tracy got my producer got the biggest kick out of the exchange. Well, now you know your husband's not a doctor as the Health and Human Services Secretary. And Cheryl Hines kind of, pleasantly replied, yeah, 90% of the Health and Human Services secretaries have not been doctors. Oh! And then Tracy kept pointing out, now Dr. Jill Biden, now that's a doctor. You want to talk doctor? Dr. Jill Biden, she's got it going on. She's all that in a bag of chips. If you got a health ailment, you go see Dr. Jill, and she'll cure you. She'll get it fixed for you. She'll take good care of you. But not Bobby Kennedy. He's in no way, shape, or form in any position to be the Secretary of Health and Human Services because he's skeptical of vaccines. He is concerned about the connection between vaccines and autism, something that a whole lot of health experts have talked about for years. But he brings it up, well, it's the end of the world. You want me to play the clip? Should I play it? I don't really want to play it. Hearing Whoopi Goldberg's voice makes my skin crawl. Like Whoopi Goldberg is some kind of an intellectual heavyweight. What is she? Is she a scientist? Is she Dr. Whoopi now? And one of the women promised last December if Trump got the hostages home, she'd wear a MAGA hat on The View. Her name is something Farrah Griffin. I don't know who she is. Evidently, she used to work in the Trump administration. But then she became the media darling because any of these former conservatives, any of these ex-Republicans who turn against the Republican Party are heroes to the loony left. You go down the list. Michael Steele, Scarborough, Bill Kristol, all the never-Trumpers have lucrative gigs with media outlets who prop them up as the useful idiots that they are. And that's the way the media sees them. They're useful idiots. Oh, look, here's Alyssa Farrah Griffin. Trump talked about her yesterday. Some reporter asked him about why she's not putting on the MAGA hat like she promised she would do if Trump secured the release of the hostages.
But on a lighter note, Alyssa Farah, she is one of the hosts on ABC's show The View. She said a while back, I'll quote, "If Trump gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on this show and say thank you for doing it." Your response?
Well, did she put the hat on?
Well, she hasn't got the hat yet.
Who is it? Which one?
Alyssa Farah.
Well, she used to work for me. So she used to work here. I'll tell you about Alyssa. She worked here. She gave me the most beautiful letter when, the administration, the time came up, the election was rigged. I left. She gave me the most beautiful letter you've ever seen. I was a great president. What a great job. Some of the letters have been quoted. This is Alyssa. Who I never thought was very outstanding. I figured she would not make it. And she didn't have a big role here either. And then we had January 6th, and she left after that or before that. But she gave me the most beautiful letters. And then even months after she left, and while we weren't here any longer, she sent another letter, glowing letter, beautiful letter. And then she got hired by The View. And they gave her a couple of bucks, and she changed her view very quickly. I never thought she'd make it. Never thought she had what it took in any way. You know what that means. But she's on The View. But it just shows what a fraud The View is, because this woman gave me letters and statements She said I was the greatest president in her lifetime. Now, she's not that old, so I didn't consider it a great compliment, but I've had better.
Can we send her a hat?
Well, recently I've had the greatest president of them all. I like that much better.
Mr. President?
Does that include Washington and Lincoln? Yes, sir, it does. I said I like that president. So I think she's a total. I think she's a joke.
I think she's a joke. Look, I'll just say one thing about it. If you make a promise publicly that you're going to do something like wear a MAGA hat, if something extraordinary is accomplished, you got to wear the hat. Of course she's got to wear the hat. But she's not going to wear the hat because President Trump is right. She's a joke. She's a total joke. She throws out an empty promise, and she doesn't dare infuriate. Everybody's afraid of the loony left. And they're a joke. You're going to see a bunch of them out in the streets Saturday with their goofy No Kings protest. What are you going to protest? The Mideast peace deal? What you're going to protest? Hostages being returned? You're going to protest Trump figuring out a way to get the military paid and poor people paid on the SNAP program, even though the Democrats, the Schumer shutdown, would prevent them from being paid? Is that what you're going to protest? Give me a break. All right, do you want to hear the clip or not? Let me take a straw poll. I'll tell you what. I'll take the next 3 or 4 minutes, open up the MyPillow text line at 800-655-MIKE. I think it's splendid to see Cheryl Hines, who, again, I don't have any idea why she would go on The View and face these jackals. She knew they were going to crucify her, and they did. They came at her from all sides, especially Whoopi, Dr. Whoopi. So do you want to hear the minute-and-a-half clip of Cheryl Hines schooling these shrews about her husband, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Or is it too, early in the hour to have to suffer through that? Give me your text message votes. 800-655-MIKE. I'll let the people decide, because I'm the people's host. I'm a man of the people here in the Relief Factor studios. I'll let you vote, and I'll tally it all up. You, yes or no, you want to hear the clip or not? 800-655-MIKE. Text me your vote. 800-655-6453. And when we return, I'll give you your vote. Meet Bob. He's 63 years old. He spent 40 years as a body man and car painter. Bob said, I could barely walk, couldn't make it up the stairs. By day 4 or 5, I felt the change. But after just 8 days on Relief Factor, I was 75% better. I'm comfortable now, and I'm thoroughly impressed. I am too, Bob. I, too, was suffering from pain, lower back pain to be exact. After about 2.5 weeks on the product, I woke up one morning and realized my lower back pain was gone. If I forget to take my Relief Factor, that lower back pain, that SI joint, it comes creeping back. It works. These kinds of transformations just cannot be ignored. If you're living with daily aches and pains, let's see if we can get you out of pain from Relief Factor. Relief Factor might be the real deal for you, too. Try the 3-week quick start today. Just visit ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4-RELIEF for Relief Factor. I love America. If you want to understand America, you need to understand our founding father, George Washington. On July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of America's founding, Angel Studios and the Wonder Project are releasing Young Washington. Now, this isn't the general or the president you think you know. This is the story of a young man, one who faced failure, learned courage, and built the character that would one day shape a nation. It's a big, honest storytelling movie that families will love. Here's the best part. You and I get to be a part of it. When you join the Angel Guild, you're helping bring Young Washington to theaters across America. As a Premium Guild member, you're going to get 2 free tickets, behind-the-scenes updates from director John Irwin and cast members like Andy Serkis and Ben Kingsley, plus full access to Angel's library of films and shows. Let's celebrate America's 250th birthday by making Young Washington the #1 movie in America. Just go to angel.com/Mike G. Join the Angel Guild today. Angel.com/Mike G.
Here's a look at America today. Thanks for watching Salem News Channel.
It is the craziest thing. And look, we're on TV every day with Salem News Channel, and I appreciate it. I like working for my company, not somebody else's. That's just me. And, but everybody does their own thing. But I have watched it. People that do this for a living, talk show hosts, writers, authors, politicians, they crave being on television. It's kind of goofy. And Cheryl Hines is an actress. What was the show? Was she on? She was Larry David's right, with Curb Your Enthusiasm. And she's a very funny woman, very talented actress, and she happens to be married to Bobby Kennedy. So they all hate her. But here she goes onto the set of The View. The ayes have it. I've been watching the MyPillow text line like a hawk. It's about 400 to 10. Like 410 people voted yes. About 10 or 11 people said no. But it's a good moment. The reason I'm glad that you vote, and I would have gone with your vote. If you voted not to hear it, I wouldn't have played it. Because again, I'm a host of the people. Here's the moment that Whoopi Goldberg desperately cut to a commercial after Cheryl Hines destroyed Whoopi and Alyssa Farah Griffin. The joke who promised to wear a MAGA hat when Trump brought home the hostages, and yet thus far has refused to do it. Sit back and enjoy.
Your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between autism and Tylenol, it created a lot of panic in women who were being told by their OBGYNs who look at them that Tylenol, if necessary to treat pain during pregnancy, is safe. What would you say, and I know you're not a medical professional, but to women who now feel anxious and nervous because their doctor's telling them one thing, but the top public health professional is telling them something very different?
Not a professional.
Well, they said consult your doctor before taking it. That's what they were saying, and that holds. So I agree. Listen, I've been pregnant. I understand it's stressful being pregnant. I found, because you're so concerned with everything. I didn't drink caffeine when I was pregnant. So to say, hey, consult your doctor before you take this, I agree with that, and I think that's okay for moms to hear.
Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that. But go ahead. But hear what we're talking about.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's speaking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get, because, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause, and are you able to say, that might not actually be so, because I've got my experience and I've lived with this, and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a science background.
There have been 3.
Yeah.
No, to be honest,
one of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
But
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have had a science background.
Wait, don't do anything else.
Don't
Don't say anything else yet.
Because I do
we have to take a break.
Got to take a break. Got to go to commercial. Time to regroup. Now, first of all, and I'm just going to speak from the heart here, you couldn't pay me $1 million to let Whoopi Goldberg condescendingly talk down to me on national television like that. I mean it. I would just as soon have another hip replacement than sit there and have to be lectured by Whoopi. Do you remember Whoopi Goldberg was the idiot who thought that Dr. Jill Biden should have been the Surgeon General because she's a hell of a doctor? This imbecile doesn't even, this is an actress. Whoopi's a very talented lady. She sings and dances and acts and plays characters in film and TV and movies and on stage. She's a comic. She's not a Rhodes Scholar, and I'm saying that politely. And she thought that Jill Biden was an actual medical doctor who would be qualified to be the Surgeon General. That same dope is condescendingly talking down to Cheryl Hines, saying, now you know your husband is no doctor. 90% of HHS secretaries have not been doctors, as Cheryl pointed out. But Whoopi's the dope that thought that Dr. Jill Biden would make a fine Surgeon General because she's a hell of a doctor. She got her doctorate in education. Dr. Jill. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, honest to goodness, it all starts to feel like parody to me.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.